new price predictions on about 8 stocks. You'll see them in the title as the list. So new supports, new resistance levels, price predictions on these, as in Wulf, Oklo, Nbis, Gemini, 𝐼RWV, Open, Lyft, and Bbai. Make sure you comment those stocks down that you want below in the next videos. I'll probably post another video around 6 p.m. Central Time. So make sure you stay tuned for that with the bigger names in there. Like Nvidia broke all-time highs today. We played it. Tesla, Apple, all those good stuff. And let's get straight into it. So Wulf, I had some levels on Wulf. I wanted to update on this right now. Just be mindful. It seems like Wulf is coming to like a lot of resistance areas. So like the first resistance level you have is like around 1175. Then you have more around like the 1315s. And then the bigger one though, that would actually get me a little interested, that if it started breaking this bigger one, is around 1515. Okay. And then if it kind of breaks that 1515, I'm looking for Wulf to have like some bigger movements in like the 18-20 range. And right now, my bigger target on Wulf, if it breaks around that 15, first target is around like 18. So where I would like to play it is in this range and then more, right? So it needs a little more work to do in my opinion. And then also, if I put a support on Wulf, it would also be a support right around that 1095 area, right? So if I was to buy Wulf shares, I'd rather buy something like that's moving like this at around a support. So I'd rather buy it around the support area because it minimizes the risk just in case it starts to go down on the lower side. You know where to cut it, right? Because if it broke support, that means it's not showing strength. I would just cut it. So these are kind of like the levels I'm looking out for. 1175, the resistance that we're currently at. So hopefully we get some pull down here. Around here, that'll be decent. And then look for potential shares. Second resistance 1315, bigger resistance 1515, and then I think in here would be like a bigger play of like maybe potential calls instead of just shares. So that's what I'm kind of looking out for on the Wulf front right now. Now next one, and again the list is in the title, so you know which one's next, will be Oklo. Oklo, remember we were looking for pull down, right? You need somewhere in here to see if we can bottom out and find some support, right? Because we don't want to chase this price area. If you already had shares and you got profit, very good. But as we pull down, you can look at the last time we've kind of ran, and again, this is at like all-time highs, by the way. The last time we kind of ran of how much we were dropping percentage-wise. So we ran here, we dropped right around 31%. We got that. We ran here, we dropped right around 28%. So we got that. So over like 25% is usually a decent time to buy this one, like just off shares, off the past movements that it's been doing ever since about May when it had this nice push up. We dropped about 30% here, 28% here. That was usually around the bottom. So I would be looking for around a 25 to 30% drop. Right now we're around 21 and it went all the way down to 25 right at this low of about 108. So a stock that's moving like this, that's not really like a consistent stock. It has been moving pretty decent though. I would look to buy it off the pull down. So I wouldn't buy it in here in the 140s or the 130s. I would look to start buying it in the 110s, in the 100s, in there, kind of building shares in there. And then depending on how much I was looking for, like as in profit, right? Because this is all to just try to help you to just become a better trader, just stop trying to depend on people and actually build that independence. You have resistance right around 150. And so you have your first resistance right around 115.40. Then you have your secondary resistance right around 140.15. So these are like your two bigger resistance areas that we're going to be watching out for. I would probably think about getting shares between like 105 to 100. And then if it actually came back up and broke resistance, then I would get shares around the 120s because now it's showing strength and trying to hold it for it to go back to all-time highs. Now, depending on where I bought, will determine where I cut. So if I bought at 120 and I'm looking to make 20% gain, the support, whatever that support is when we're at 120 is what I would cut at. So it would minimize my risk. Say I lose about 4 to 5% when I'm looking to make 20. That's a 5 to 1 risk to reward, 4 to 1 risk to reward. Very good. Say I bought it around the 102s and I'm looking to hold it back to all-time highs. That's a 43% gain. Depending on what the support is, once we're down here, I would cut it. Right now we have small supports right around like 93-ish, so I would lose like 7 to 8%. So you know how much you're going to lose to how much you're going to make. So that's Oklo with the resistance levels. And for support, We just don't have a strong support. But for now, I'm gonna put a support around like 109.70. We can watch out for that. Okay. NBIS, nice strength. Let's clear the levels off. So NBIS has a support right around 108.75. And then, is this at all-time highs? It is at all-time highs. So with this one, since we're at all-time highs, we would need some type of down movement. We don't want to buy it when it's already pushing all-time highs. We want to buy it when it can go back to all-time highs to get that profit. So right now we need pull down. All you have right now is support around 108.75, and you kind of just need a red day to kind of set up for that next potential buy. And then the next one we have is Gemini. So Gemini IPO, everybody thought it was going to boom up like some other IPOs did, and it hasn't. Like I said, you probably want to give this one about a month. So the date was around September 12th when it IPO'd. Had a little push, came all the way back down. So around October 12th, I'm assuming we might find some type of bottom around that October 12th area. What might even make it better is I'll just draw a vertical line. October 13th, because that's a Monday. Around this area, there might be some strong supports and might be a potential buy in that area for Gemini. So that's what I would kind of just wait out for. And just in case it started to move earlier, you have this first resistance area like around 25.40 that if it starts to break that, that might show signs that it might want to push up to the 28s or so. It might be a potential play in there, but for now, we'll just kind of leave there. Then next, we're on CRWV, man. Now, CRWV, good push, very good push. Very good push. Now, any other stocks? I'm making this video because these are some stocks I usually don't talk about. Make sure you guys are on the team. We did 3 scalps today. I did 7% on Google, 8% on Tesla, 27% on Nvidia, all live, by the way. So entries, exits to really build yourself, fast track your success, become a monster, build that independence. Make sure you guys join the team first in that description. Oh man, I forgot to bring prices up, but make sure I join the link. Monthly, yearly, and lifetime memberships all available. Biggest difference lifetime is it comes with personal training, but this is how you get access to the Discord, see me trade live every morning. But CRWV, all new levels, showing strength, very good. I would say we have resistance around 142.70, support around 124.35, and then if we break that resistance, then we're looking for CRWV, which is getting very close. So it might be call option time tomorrow. Not a bad area for shares. And again, we're looking for CRWV to go all the way up to all-time highs. But I would say the first target on CRWV is right around like 155 because you have a bigger resistance above this area of 155. So say I would buy shares. I wouldn't buy shares now because it's too high. But just in case I did, the bigger target, of course, is all-time highs, around 31%. If it broke the support, I would cut it. That's losing 12%. So it's still a good 3-to-1 risk to reward, but it has a lot of resistance areas to go through as it pushes up. So I'd rather buy it off a pull down, or if it breaks strength, then maybe go a little bit smaller, but it is starting to show some signs of wanting to start pushing back up to turn bullish, okay? Once it breaks the resistance, it will start turning back bullish. Right now, it's trying to get strength. It's coming off a bearish movement, which the stock was bearish, building a strong support, and now it's having a reversal, but it hasn't turned bullish yet. So that resistance level will be that key sign of it trying to do that. And then open, same support, 755. I did want to update the new resistance level on here, right around $8.65. Nothing I see on open for now. I just kind of want to update that resistance level. If it starts to break, we might show signs that we want to go up to like the 950s. But that's still, open is a little still kind of slow, in my opinion, right now. Lyft. Resistance level stay the same, 22.55. We haven't really blown through that just yet. We're kind of still testing it, and support around 21.70. So we break support, we'll probably go down more. We break resistance with strength, not just tap it and next day's red, actual strength. Then I'm looking for open calls to go to like 24.25, but we just haven't had that strength yet. It's been kind of slow for like a week and a half. Nothing really going on with the Lyft front. And then the last one we'll go over is BBAI. Let's update levels on BBAI. First, you have your resistance area on BBAI right around $7.10. And then support-wise, you don't really have a big support. There's really no support I would add on here, if I'm being honest. So just kind of like the resistance level around 712, 710. And yeah, we'll just kind of wait. If maybe if it gets back strength and breaks the resistance level, we might be able to see higher prices on it. But for now, I would just watch that resistance level and kind of just be patient on it. Kind of a slow movement. It had a nice vertical movement here, but it's kind of giving that back pretty quickly. So in just like a couple days, like what, 5 days, it's down over 23%. So just be careful of it. For it to show back strength, it would have to break that resistance level. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like and follow for more. Always remember, no recommendation to buy or sell anything. This is for educational purposes only. So do not trade anything you see or hear in the video. Catch you guys on the next one. Bye.